We're going to talk about a lot of things, but you were just on it, right?
I was on it. Until you yelled at me, and now I got to call HR.
The Fitter First Balance Board, which you all gave me crap about last week.
Man, it's pretty challenging.
I'm going to challenge you during the show.
I like it. To gauge your core, calves, like my whole lower body's on fire.
But do you want the instructions from Caleb? Because you were just cheating when you were on.
Well, I was letting one side of the board touch the ground.
Yeah.
And he was like, that's not the purpose of that board. I mean, I got the balance of a baby giraffe.
I love it, though. It's good. Do push-ups on it, keep the stability. It's real good for core, for rehab, for lower body rotation and movement. Like, it's a great device.
And I'm 180 pounds, so obviously I expected it to support my body weight, but you going there, that's impressive, because you're a heavyweight.
Exactly.
Super heavyweight if we had another division.
But we're going to do the contest later. It was a Father's Day gift, and I did it a couple times. It kicked my butt, and it was good stuff. I got some things to vent, though.
You like to vent. All you do this show for is so you can talk about like what goes on in your real life.
No, this is sports related.
This is like your therapy session. Like I feel like I should be a counselor.
This is sports related. And I want to get the first one right out of the blocks.
Get it.
Deshaun Watson.
He's paying off people. That's what you're supposed to do when you have that kind of money.
No. Okay, you know what? Let me hear your stance first.
I have a problem, and I support and respect the four that have not settled. Okay, if you're going to come out and make any kind of accusations, it shouldn't be about for money. And it's easy for me to say. I'm not the one that's been offered X. Mm-hmm. And Deshaun said that he was going to make the numbers public, which it's now going to be private. Mm-hmm. So I want to be careful what I say and how I say it, because I'm already talking to lawyers later today about some other things.
Yeah.
and I want to be careful. But if it's all about money, then it's all about money and not right and wrong. If he did something wrong, I think paying everything off isn't the right thing to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the right thing for him to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's the right thing for the Houston, I was going to say Houston Gamblers. What the hell are they
Texans.
called? The Texans.
Yeah.
The massagers.
Well, and across the four-letter network, in big bold letters, I wrote it down. It says, all cases against Deshaun Watson, with the exception of 4, have been settled. But, it's typical. The headline's all, so you read the all and you read settlement and you think, except for 1.
Yeah. My stance on this, initially, when I first saw, there's that, doubt that comes in when you start hearing these kind of claims, and then you hear this whole number, and you're like, whoa, like this dude is, there's some crazy things going on. You see people start settling. From what I understand from his standpoint, and I'll play devil's advocate here because I'm not picking a side because I don't know. When you see, he says, I'm going to maintain my innocence and not settle. That's what he said. He said, I did nothing wrong. Everything that I did was above board. Whether they understood, however you feel about what happened, they understood what was going on when they went into it, right? That's his stance. They said, no, I didn't. He says, I'm going to take this as far as it has to go to the letter of the law. They go to the grand jury. Grand jury says there's not enough here for me to convict, of sexual misconduct, which what we've seen before, they convict that stuff pretty regularly, right? But they said it's not enough in this case. But for him, with the size of the contract that he just got, with everything looming in the NFL, my thought process is he's getting pressure from them to be like, hey, we understand what you feel, but you need to make this go away, however possible, right? So you offer X amount of dollars, and they take it and go, right? And so that's kind of like, so I don't want to, come out and say pick a side, but I just kind of understand like the business aspect, and I feel like he got a little push from the league, and they're like, hey, listen, like I understand you believe you're innocent, but you're going to be suspended for a long time if this doesn't start to look better for us. There's a lot going on in the league right now. You have this stuff in Washington. Right. We can only handle so much, and we're going to start cracking down. So how do you make this go away? And I think that's kind of how it happened.
And I believe all that. Mm-hmm. But again, when you make a comment like, I'm not going to settle.
Yeah.
I'm going to defend my name. And the next thing you see, all cases, except 4, have been settled.
But that also goes to your thing is like, if you feel wrong, what X amount of dollars is going to make you say, I'm not wrong anymore? Or you're like, hey, I want him prosecuted because he did this and this is wrong. And I'm a firm believer sexual assault, sexual misconduct, hitting anybody of the opposite sex, like, I shouldn't even say that anymore.
I'm going to correct
hitting anybody, period.
Right.
When you start doing that kind of stuff and causing people harm and trauma, like, they should throw the book at you. You should get put under the jail. That's how I feel. So for me, again, I'm not in that situation, but for me, if I get wronged, I don't care how much money you're in. It's easy for me to say.
And I was going to say, it's easy to say, and I said that at the beginning because, you know, you don't need money, and Paul Allen doesn't need money, right? Mm-hmm. But he's got a number too, you know, and so you could be living a nice life. We don't know what the number is, and depending on what, it's over. So they may be saying, well, it's over, but I can better the rest of my life. I'm against that.
Yeah.
I'm saying if I'm going to say something, when I accuse and when I prosecute Matt, there's no amount of money that he can give me for it to go away.
And from Deshaun's perspective, he was going to spend that money anyway, whether it was to settle or his lawyers, because his lawyers charging him about $2,000 an hour.
Right.
He's looking at $10 million for a year or 2 years of trial, so he's going to spend that money anyway. So he's like, okay, if I can make it go away now.
And just to get back to when you said you can't say it anymore, I don't know if I told you the story. So I was at an event in Vegas.
Yeah.
And we were talking about domestic abuse, and I said, you know, I'm even for more than that. It's not if a male hits a female, it's if a male hits a male too. Mm-hmm. You know, and I used this person as a reference, and I would say the same to you. You hitting me is the same as you hitting a woman. I mean, to me it is, because I stand as much chance of surviving that punch, you know, as a woman, as most men is. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to be honest and serious. So any of that, I'm 1,000% against. What are you laughing at?
I mean, we haven't actually seen him throw a punch. I mean, why would you even accuse him of having a strong punch?
There's actually a video on YouTube. Caleb Benenoch was kicked out of a USC game.
Oh yeah? For throwing a punch?
Throwing a punch.
What, did you connect?
I connected.
Was it good?
It was pretty solid.
Was it Kamar Washington good? Who? Kamar Washington, the greatest punch of all time. It's called The Punch.
No, I have not seen that.
It was an NBA basketball game, and Rudy Tomjanovich, or the coach for the Rockets.
Rudy Rudiger?
Rudy, whatever his name, Rudy T. So Kamar Washington hit him so hard that he made him taste his own spinal fluid. It's the greatest punch you'll ever see in the history of punches.
It wasn't that good. No. It wasn't that good.
So Randy, you got a chance.
At what?
Surviving his punch. And we're gonna try it after this break. Let's see if you can come back.
You're the one that wants to see it, so we'll set it up.
Well, you're the next one to go. Remember?
But no, just to get back to, like I said, I want justice to be served. I want it to be handled the right way. For me, it's just one of those things where it's like, now we're in the court of public opinion, because 2 grand juries said we're not pursuing this anymore, right? And you can keep pursuing it civilly, but at the civil level, what is it just about now? Money and a number of where we want to settle at, you know? And so it's a tough situation, but I feel like if he was found not guilty, or if he was found no contest, whatever the legal term is, I think you leave it alone and you kind of
I agree.
move on.
Now there's another one similar, and I don't want to make light of it, but this bothers me as well. The father of Tyre Sampson, the 14-year-old that fell out of
the Orlando free drop, free fall.
Right, whatever it's called. He wants a public apology, and I don't have a problem with that. Okay. But he wants a permanent memorial for his son outside of the amusement park, or the amusement.
Oh, the fair when the kid fell off?
Right.
Yeah, that was bad.
No, it's definitely bad.
Yeah.
But to say that's what he wants, what is the memorial going to do?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about
to me,
the
it's
memorial.
stupid.
Yeah.
You know, and even suing, but I get that. You know, sue for whatever, but to have a monument of the poor person, whether it was a boy, a girl, an adult, whatever. I almost said a couple things I'd probably get in trouble for.
I mean, I think
the memorial to me bothers me.
I think the memorial is we're all here for legacy stuff. I mean, the reason we're on Earth is to leave a legacy behind after we're gone, right? I mean, so I think so. I mean, that's what I'm living for. I mean,
sure. Well, you better get started.
I've left my mark on this world. Like, regardless, you'll never see another naked pizza man like me.
You know, I think.
And that statue will be erected next week?
If you want a memorial, go. You should go with your people and go set that up. I mean, is the fairground still there? I thought it was like a traveling fair kind of thing.
No, it's a permanent.
Yeah, it's a permanent
structure.
That's tough to ask for. That's tough to ask for. I think you should just go about the legal process soon, because that is negligence on their part. Because from the video I saw, he was a bigger kid, and the thing didn't close all the way.
Right.
I know if I go to Disney, if it's 3 clicks, if it's 2, they're like, hey, sorry, you can't ride.
Right.
It's like one of those things where say, hey, I can go get smaller or ride the ride. You know, it's like, but they should have definitely been on that.
If it's me, if it's 3 clicks and there's 2 clicks, I'm going through those 2 holes to get the hell off that thing.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure. You know, so yeah, it's a tough situation, but
I mean, is it insensitive to name the ride after the kid?
very insensitive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very
Like, I mean, that's the greatest monument of all. It's the tallest. It's got lights.
No, that would be
It's amazing. That's an amazing monument.
that would be tacky.
Okay.
But then again, coming from you, it makes sense.
Well.
This is Knockout Radio, brought to you by 8 Man Strong and Stepson. We'll be right back.